After seeing Cheryl's new music video Crazy Stupid Love, I loved her makeup and I wanted to recreate it with my own touch. If you want to see how I got this look, then carry on watching. To start, we need to get some flawless skin, so I'm going to start by priming my skin. Today I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and it's a silicone based primer, so it really fills in those pores. So applying this to my face using my fingers just to warm up the product. Once that's done, yes, I know this foundation is a bit too dark for me, but trust me, once I blend it in and do my little special trick, it's absolutely fine. I just wanted to get that nice tanned look like Cheryl has in the video. This is Elizabeth Arden Double Wear Foundation, by the way, and all the products will be listed below. I'm just going to buff this in with my Real Techniques buffing brush, which I absolutely love this brush. Then after that, I'm going to apply my little trick, just a touch of body cream to a buffing brush. Then apply this down my neck, just mixing it in with a little bit of foundation to create a sort of nice transition so it actually looks like it's your actual skin colour. So it's a good trick if you're using a slightly darker foundation. Then I'm going to start on my eyes. I already primed them with Max Paisley Paint Pot. Then I'm going to buff into the crease the Naked colour from the Urban Decay Naked palette. Just using a large fluffy brush, and then I'm using Buck as well, which is a darker shade, into the crease as well, just to make it a little bit darker. Then the shadow that I had closest to what I saw in the stills of the video was the colour Antique, and this is a MAC eyeshadow. It's got like a burnt copper colour, and I think it's absolutely beautiful and really brings out the green in my eyes. So I'm just going to apply this to the lid using a flat shader brush and then blending it out again with that big brush. Then I actually dampened my brush using my Urban Decay setting spray and then applied a little bit more of it because I wanted to create a more metallic feel to the eye. Then I'm applying just a bone kind of colour to my brow bone and blending that out, and then I'm going to apply a little bit more just because I really wanted that intense copper colour on the lid. Here I'm just adding a little bit touch for sparkly dark brown pigment that I found in my makeup collection. Then I'm going to apply some winged eyeliner. I'll be quite dramatic with this, but I'm going to build up as I go along. And today I'm using a felt tip liner. This is one from Tarte. Obviously it's an American brand, but I'll try and find a link to a UK one that's similar to this. So I'm going to build up just slowly and start thickening it up so it doesn't go too thick at the start. Then I'm just going to work on the outer wing. The tape really does help to create the little wing shape on it, and then I just sort of fill it in. I really love the way this turned out, although on one side I went a little bit too big, so I did actually go over that with some a cotton bud later on. Then I'm just going to peel off the tape, and this looks a lot more painful than it was. Trust me, I barely even noticed I'm peeling it off. Then I'm just going to apply that Antique eyeshadow under my lower lash line with the pencil brush, just to smudge it out. I'm going to take this quite lower down than I usually would, just to create that really smoky, hazy kind of look that she has. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. So again, just smoking that out with this pencil brush. And after that, I'm going to go on to the concealer, and I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on this crown brush, and then I'm going to highlight under my eyes and then apply it to any other areas that I feel need a little bit more coverage. This makes a really good under eye highlight as well, I find. Just going to apply this under my eyes. I'm going to blend it out using the brush. And this also helps to correct any mistakes you made to the eyeshadow if you went a little bit too far out, to create that nice sharp line. That's going around my eyebrows as well, because I missed a little bit with my foundation, so I'm just fixing that. Then once the concealer and foundation has time to sort of sink into my skin a bit, you can set that with a little bit of powder. This is my favourite powder. This is a Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent, and I'm using a Real Techniques powder brush to do so. I'm going to pat this into my skin. Then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm using the Sleek Brow Kit in medium on a e.l.f. angled brush, and surprisingly this brush is quite good, but it's really annoying because it's actually been pushed down. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the brush hairs are very short, because once I apply this it kind of went into the actual brush. That makes no sense whatever, but you'll know what I mean. It's basically, you know, not the most amazing brush in the world, but it was like £3, so hey ho. Anyway, just filling in my eyebrows. I did the bottom line first, and I just carry on doing the top. I had them threaded that day, so it's quite easy to fill them in because I already know the shape. I just have to follow them. I sort of just fill in the edges. This is my favourite product to do my brows. Then I'm going to add some really dark black liner. This is a Maybelline Gel Eyeliner, which is starting to dry out a little bit, but I find it actually stays on better now it's dried out a little bit. I'm applying this with a Real Techniques fine liner brush, just to the upper lash line and my lower lash line as well. Then after this, I'm going to go on to curl my eyelashes just to create that really big eyes look. I'm just going to hold it in place for a few, maybe 10 to 20 seconds. I'm not sure actually how long I held this, I don't really count. And then I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Manga mascara. It creates really thick lashes. I don't usually like this on an everyday basis. I don't really use this mascara that often because I'm not too fan of clumpy lashes, but I needed some really big lashes for this look. So then I'm going to apply some falsies as well. These are some Eldora ones. I forget the number, but I will link it below. I'm just going to apply this with some tweezers and some Revlon lash glue, which has been my go-to recently. I'm just applying those. And then I'm going to apply some lower eyelash mascara. I'm using the, I think it's Maybelline Big Eyes Mascara, and I'm using the lower lash side because it's a really small brush. Then I'm going to go on to the rest of my face. Cheryl had a very bronze look, so I used minimal amount of blush and a lot of bronzer. So I just applied the, I can't remember what bronzer, but I think it's a Jane bronzer. I was applying this all over my face with a Real Techniques blush brush and a little bit down my neck as well. Then I'm applying MAC's Peaches blush, which is a nice sort of peachy colour as the name goes, just to my cheeks with a Real Techniques multitask brush, because this is a nice blush colour but it isn't too pink, so it doesn't kind of contrast with the look that we have. Then I'm going to contour under my cheekbones with a MAC 109 and my Makeup Forever sculpting kit, and then on my cheekbones I have my favourite MSF in Soft and Gentle as per usual. Then I'm going to actually use a lip liner as a lipstick because I couldn't find a lipstick that I liked for this kind of colour. Cheryl has two colours in the video. She has like a dark kind of vampy lip and then this gorgeous nude lip. And I decided to go for the nude lip because I actually was going to work later that day, so I decided, because I already have loads of eye makeup on, I might as well just stick to the nude lip. But that's no place to say that you can't use a dark lip as well. I'll put a link below to a good dark lip you can use for this look. Applying that to my lips, and then afterwards I like to sort of blot it out with my finger just to sort of make it a little bit more plump, and it actually sort of blends it in with my natural lip colour, which I quite like as well. Then the final step is to clean up the concealer with the concealer brush, and that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. If you have any requests, make sure to leave them below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!